In today's video, we are going to be talking about how EHRs can improve your private practice. Now, because not all EHRs are created equally, what I am going to be specifically talking about is how Power Diary can improve your private practice. And when I talk about improving your private practice, I'm talking about the running of your private practice, the administration of your private practice, and also the client experience. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim. I help therapists in private practice get online, get confident with admin, and reduce tech overwhelm. So we're going to jump straight in. And the first way that Power Diary can improve your private practice is with the client profiles. When I was researching EHRs back in 2020 for a therapist in private practice, I was completely blown away by Power Diary and specifically the client profiles. The amount of information that you can hold about your client in one place was just amazing to me. Not only can you hold all of the client's personal data, such as their name, date of birth, address, and things like that, you can also add contacts to the client profile so that you can easily send emails to them or contact them for various things. So you can add on contacts such as an emergency contact and highlight that within the profile. You can add on appointment reminder contacts. So if you work with children, you might want to have a parent attached to the client, or if you work with couples, you can attach the partner so that they both get the appointment reminders. And you can also add any other kind of contact your client may have, such as a psychiatrist, a dietitian, a personal trainer, anything like that. You can also mark in there that a release of information has been signed, so you know that you can liaise with that person about your client. Another thing that I love within the client profile is the billing setup. So you can specify who is going to get the invoice for your client, what the session type is that they have. So let's say you offer various session types, such as a full session face-to-face, a full session online, a half session face-to-face, a half session online. And if your client has one particular session type, you can allocate that within the client profile when you do their setup. And then every time you book an appointment, it's going to automatically know what type of session that client has. You can also allocate discounts within the billing setup too. So if your standard fee is £100, but you have given your client a reduced fee of £70, you can make a note in the client profile that they have a £30 discount, and then every time an invoice is created, they will be sent an invoice for £70 rather than your £100 fee. So you don't need to create a million different session types. You can just have one with your main fee and then just add on discounts at the client level. You can also see all of your clients' appointment history and stats. You can see how many appointments they've had, how many they've turned up to, how many they've cancelled, and how many they've rescheduled, which is just great information for you to have on your clients when you're doing reports and things like that. I'm going to say this a lot, one of the best things I love about Power Diary, but it is because all of these things I love, and it is just amazing that they have this feature. But one of the things that I do love is that every single drop down within Power Diary is customizable. So if you see that there is a drop down, so for example, where you have gender or client status or referral type, anything that you see that has a drop down, you can actually add the custom fields for that, which I think is just amazing, and it allows for you to have your system set up exactly as you want it with the information that you need to know. The second way that Power Diary can improve your private practice is with the intake forms. Now, just like Google Forms, you can create the form once and then send it out over and over again to your clients. But the difference with Power Diary is that you can have custom fields or smart fields. So when the client actually fills that part of the form in, it will automatically update their client profile within Power Diary. So you can set this up for many of the fields within Power Diary, such as first name, last name, email, date of birth, address, city, postcode, and loads of others, which will save you on admin time when you come to onboard your client, which is what we all want, to save time on admin. Another great thing is that you can actually get a signature on your therapy contracts, so that once the client has completed it, they will Also sign the form and you will be notified once that form has been completed via an email. You can also allocate other people to be notified once a form is completed. So if you work with a VA, they will also get a notification and then they will be able to complete the onboarding process for you. The third way that Power Diary will improve your private practice is via the calendar. So when you log on to Power Diary, the first screen you'll see is the calendar, and here you can set things up so that you can very easily see what type of appointments you have. So let's say you see clients in 3 different locations. Maybe you work online, maybe you work from your home, and maybe you rent a room in town 1 day a week. You can very easily see which clients are having which type of appointments, because you can set up custom flags which will color code the appointments for you, so that at a glance you can see, okay, I've got 2 face-to-face clients, then I have an online client, and then I have 3 other face-to-face clients. Also, when you create an appointment, it automatically creates an invoice for you. So there's no administration to do around invoicing, which is fantastic. The fourth way Power Diary will help improve your private practice is with automated reminders, and these can be email or text message reminders or a mixture of both. Now, yes, you can create automatic reminders with Google Workspace, but the downside with that is that you can only create one type of reminder and every client will get the same reminder. So whether you're seeing people face to face or online, you can only include the same information on the free version of G Reminders. With Power Diary though, you can create as many different types of reminders as you want, and you can set which reminder the client gets at the client profile level. So when you're onboarding the client and you know that client is going to be a face-to-face client, you can select that you want them to receive the face-to-face reminder. And again, if you have 2 face-to-face locations, you can set up different reminders for different locations and set that at the client level. And you can also set how many reminders they get and when. Power Diary have just released a feature that it also lets them know in their time zone. So if you're working with clients in different countries, they will get the reminders in their time zone, which is a great way to avoid confusion for everyone. You can also add lots of different smart or merge fields within the reminders so you can set personalized information to your clients. So for example, let's say you send reminders to the person you're seeing and also their parent because you work with teenagers. You can actually personalize that email so the person that is receiving the emails gets referred to. So you can say, hello, name of person who is receiving email, rather than just saying hello to the client themselves. This is also a great way to build a rapport with your clients and their contacts within your practice. The fifth way that Power Diary can improve your private practice, and I've touched on this briefly, is the invoicing. So as I said, when you create an appointment in Power Diary, an invoice is automatically created. But more than that, you can sync it with Stripe so that you can give your clients a pay link so they can pay for their appointments by clicking the link and just entering their card details. Once they've entered their card details once, they actually don't even need to do that again because it can save it for them. So it can really speed up the payment process for your clients and also means that people will pay you quicker. If you don't want to sync it with Stripe, that's fine. You can just add your BACS details to the invoice reminder and also on the invoice itself, and then you can very easily manually update the system to let them know that it's been paid. And what I suggest is just doing that sort of once a week, going through your bank statement, updating payments, and that will be a really quick process for you. You can also really easily run overdue invoicing reports, and again, I would suggest doing this once a week, and then you can easily send an overdue invoice reminder to all of the clients on that report. It just speeds up your invoicing and payment process dramatically. The sixth way that Power Diary can improve your private practice is with cancellations and rescheduled appointments. Many of the clients I work with have seen a reduction in how many cancellations and no-shows that they have within their practice by using an EHR because of all the features I've mentioned previously. Getting the appointment confirmation and reminders sent to them, getting an invoice sent to them ahead of time so they probably will pay it as soon as that invoice comes in, which means they're much less likely to not turn up or to cancel the appointment if they've already paid for it. As I've said as well, you can keep reports of how many cancellations and rescheduled appointments that your clients have had, so that if you're worried about a client, you can give them those stats really easily and talk to them about their therapy journey. You can also record reasons for the cancellations or the no-shows or the reschedules so that you can keep an eye on that. The seventh way that Power Diary can improve your private practice is with medical insurance. So if you do work with clients that are on medical insurance, they will usually get a certain number of sessions or a certain amount of therapy authorized. What you can do in Power Diary is create session packs. So you can say that this client has been authorized 12 sessions. And what Power Diary will do is count down every time you book an appointment with a client, it will tell you what number session they're on. So it will say, this is appointment 6 of 12 and things like that. It's a really easy way to keep track of how many sessions your clients have had. And then when you get to number 10, you can highlight that to the client and say to them, do they want to continue with therapy after the 12 sessions? They need to contact their insurer and start the ball rolling with getting more sessions authorized, or you need to start the ball rolling by creating a report for them. You can add all of the medical insurance for your client in one place as well, so it's really easy for you to complete the invoicing, because as we know with medical insurance, you do need to be organized to be able to keep on top of the invoicing process and making sure that you're being paid for all the sessions. Reason number 8 that Power Diary will improve your private practice is with regards to session notes. I've seen a lot of chat recently in Facebook groups about session notes and how people keep them, and Power Diary does this really well. So firstly, you can set up different kind of templates for your session notes. So you can just have a bog standard template. You just have one like rectangle text field and you can just enter details about the session in there. But you can also add different types of session templates. For example, if you do a 6 weekly review or something like that, and you can create different types of questions such as drop downs or radio buttons, so you can rate clients' experiences or feelings and things like that. Another great thing about session notes is if you want to do it quickly on the go, you can do it via mobile. Use your microphone and you can dictate the notes voice to text. Now, is that going to be 100% accurate? No, but what you could do is record the notes, save it as a draft, and maybe at the end of the day, click into all of them, proof them all and save them as you'd like them. But if you're recording them straight after the session, your mind will be much more clear on what you want to say about the client. The 9th way that Power Diary can help improve your private practice is with the waitlist. If you are fortunate enough to have a waitlist of clients waiting to see you, you can record those details in Power Diary and you can add additional things about those clients, such as when they want to see you and what type of therapy they'd like. So let's say, for example, you are a therapist who also offers EMDR and you like to have a certain number of EMDR clients within your practice. So if you know that you have a particular client that wants to see you for EMDR and when their availability is, it's going to be much easier for you to know who to offer a slot to based on that information. So maybe you've got 5 clients on your wait list and you want to know what type of client they are, when they're available to see you. It will make it much easier to know who to offer the slot to rather than just offering it on a first come first served basis, even though that client might not be able to see you Tuesday mornings. Once they're on the system, you can also get them really easily onboarded. So you can send them an email via Power Diary to let them know that the slot's available. If they agree to it, you can get the ball rolling of onboarding them straight away, all in within the one system, and it can just make starting therapy much easier for your client. And finally, the 10th way that Power Diary can improve your private practice is with bulk emails. So I'm going to say it again. This is one of the most amazing features of Power Diary that I love, and it's bulk emails. So if you've heard of mailing lists like MailChimp or MailerLite, you will know that once somebody is in your system, you can email out thousands of people and personalize those emails for the client. And you can do this within Power Diary even more than those other systems, because you can actually personalize it with any information that's on the system. So you can personalize it with their name, obviously, but also their appointment details and things like that. So let's say, for example, it is a Thursday and you're not feeling very well, so you need to cancel all of the appointments for the following day. What you could do is go into the bulk send, filter for anybody who has an appointment tomorrow, and then send them all an email with one click saying that you're really sorry, you have to cancel the appointment. But you don't have to send individual emails out every single time. You just send one email and it's going to go to everybody that has an appointment the next day. Similarly, let's say you want to increase your fees. You can send out an email to all of your current clients to let them know that the fee is increasing. There are many ways that you can use bulk emails, but mostly we use them for holiday notifications, fee increases, cancellations, such as if you're sick. Another thing you can do is send reflection forms out. So let's say you send reflection forms out to all of your clients that you've seen that day. You can create a bulk email, filter for anybody who had an appointment today, and send them out a review form. So you do it all in one go. It can really help speed up all of these little things that need to be done within private practice. So they are 10 ways that Power Diary can help improve your private practice. I can't speak for all EHRs. Although I have used some of them, I know they don't have all of these features that Power Diary have. So definitely do your own due diligence and research. This video is not sponsored by Power Diary. I am a very proud affiliate for them, but even if they didn't have an affiliate program, I would still be recommended this system to all therapists that are ready for an EHR. If you do want to check out Power Diary for yourself, there's a link in the description below. It will give you 6 months half price and also 500 SMS text credits so that you can send out text reminders if you want to your clients. You also get 14 free days to try the system yourself, so you can have a play around with it and things like that. I do have another video which shows you some of the features of Power Diary, so you might want to check that out before you sign up, so you kind of have an understanding of how the system works. But I'd love to get your feedback on it. If you have signed up to Power Diary, let me know in the comments if you love it, what you do like about it, anything that you find really helpful for your practice. So until next time, thanks so much for watching.